and it seems to be getting bigger all the time. All along our lines, we keep getting more people. Don't ask me where they come from, but they keep right on coming. And behind those people, we keep getting more business and industry. Each day in the last 25 years, a new industry large enough to need a rail connection has sprung up along our lines. Since the end of World War II, that rate has doubled. 2 new industries a day, turning out goods that have to be delivered to somebody, somewhere, all over the country. So it's no wonder we can't ever say a railroad's really built. We're always adding to it and always rebuilding it. For instance, as traffic increases, we keep laying bigger and heavier rail to carry the heavier loads. Replacing rail isn't a complicated job till you remember you can't hold up traffic. Our boys work it out, though. The fellows down the line pass the word along when a train's coming. We make a temporary joint, move our equipment out of the way, and the train goes right on through. It's work, and the train has to slow down a little, but traffic keeps on moving. The speed at which we can run our trains depends only partly on the power of the locomotive. It depends even more on the weight of the rail and the curves and gradients of the track. We always try for a straight and level line. But the contours aren't always made to order. We have to fit our railroad to the contours. So when we have to build a curve, we try to make it as gentle as we can. On one stretch of track, the Tehachapi Loop, it wasn't quite so easy. We had to swing our curve all the way around, so one end of the train actually passes over the other. We have to carry passengers and freight even when there's a mountain where we want a canyon, or a canyon where we want a mountain. So we move the earth around, that's all. Cut it away from one place and fill it in another. Cut and fill. That's the basic pattern. Where a cut would be too deep, we drive a tunnel through. Where a fill would be too great, we build a trestle or viaduct to carry our trains on stilts. In order to cut across the Great Salt Lake, we had to build a trestle 12 miles long. We put a roadbed right across the water. And we engineer our bridges. Sometimes we build a small one. Sometimes we build a high one, like the Pecos River Bridge in Texas. There are more than 10,000 bridges, viaducts, and trestles on our lines. It's a lot of work to build a railroad. And the work is never done. What you build, you have to maintain. Maintaining a railroad takes a lot of material. Our supply trains are always on the move, carrying that material to every point in the system. It takes a lot of equipment, and some of it very technical, like the rail detector car, which can see right inside the steel rails, looking for flaws no human eye could ever see. But mostly, maintaining a railroad takes a lot of men, and those men have to know their jobs. When the weather's fine and the sun is out, it isn't too difficult. But when the weather changes, the job gets a little more complicated. When the wind whips up a desert sandstorm, we've got a real fight on our hands. That tearing sandblast can wear the hard steel rail faster than the trains that run on it. It can bury the rails, block the switches, and even stop the trains. So, our men must fight it. This is no easy way to make a living, but railroad men can take it, working as steadily as the wind itself, for as long as the wind keeps blowing. Like I say, it's quite a lot of work to run a railroad.